before I start, I thank all the organizers, Jerry and the host, Korea University, for allowing me to have this opportunity to present my research results. So together with Dr. Hishiyama, this is the results of looking at the functions of small garden space in Denpasar Valley. So it's a traditional small-scale urban green spaces and how it functions and what the current situation is. So the study area is in northern Denpasar Valley. So the island of Bali next to the biggest and most populous island of Indonesia, Java, and the island of Bali is here. As you know, it's a famous worldwide tourist destination, and its state capital in the southern part of the island, Denpasar. And we are looking at several villages. This presentation, I'll present the results from 2 villages in northern Denpasar. So Denpasar, like many cities in developing countries, are facing these environmental tasks or problems, such as garbage disposal, waste management issues. As you go around the city, you see a pile of garbage from mostly households, but some industrial garbage too. And they're really struggling with this. Lots of tourists come, they just dispose all these things, and also the locals having trouble sorting out and finding a space to incinerate or do the landfill. And the second issue is, of course, from development pressure. It's under heavy pressure of urban development due to tourism and urbanization causing flooding and congestion, traffic jams. And together with life changes from a more traditional to a Western style lifestyle. And with this backdrop, people are trying to conserve some of the local character and tradition. So the study focus is this green space. It's a traditional garden, and it's located between the wall of a housing compound and a ditch pedestrian path. And Telajakan, this is called locally, exists both in public houses, also private and public commercial buildings as well. So you can see the location of Telajakan. It is between the frontal wall. So this is a traditional housing compound of the Southern Balinese. It has several pavilions and ancestors' altar there, and the whole compound is surrounded by a wall, and Telajakan is located between the frontal wall and a roadside. You can also see in this section the wall and water drainage and pedestrian paths, and Telajakan is this space in between. And historically, it's the width of Telajakan is the width of the bird cage and to owner's arm width, so it's between 1 and 2.2 meters. The research objectives are twofold. First is to investigate and document the changes that are occurring with regards to Telajakan. So since it's historic, it used to be everywhere, but now disappearing due to urbanization. And locals, however, the locals not really paying attention to this experience because it has been there and people take it for granted, so nobody really pays attention to the future of this small home garden. The second objective is to assess the functions of Telajakan. And this study, I'm looking at only Telajakan in private houses. The literature review showed that the space was used semi-publicly, meaning that it was a space, well, as you saw, it's located between the private and the road, the public, so the boundary space. And used to be a place for the neighbors to mingle with each other, talk to the owner and the neighbors. and the street vendors would set up a shop there, and so the passers-by would come and buy things. So there are lots of social interaction happening in the space in the past. And as for the plants, they were used for ritual purposes. So Bali is, unlike the rest of the Indonesia, Balinese Hindu. So they do these daily offerings to the ancestors, and also once a month, so there's a bigger village-wide festivals. So the plants are used to, so the owner would collect leaves and flowers to make offerings. And aesthetics was less of priority. So you can see the picture of the offering here. And Telajima also provided space for Punjaro. It's a festival ceremonic bamboo shoot with some decorations for religious purposes. The research method is a mixed method. We're trying to integrate socio-economic analysis with ecological analysis. So we're conducting interviews of homeowners and village leaders. It's a semi-structured interview. And we're in the third year of this field research, and since this year we started to distributing a questionnaire that asks, typical socioeconomic status like income and the family composition. Also, we ask how the owner would manage the Telajakan space, what kind of, the selection of plants they plant and stuff like that. Together with vegetation survey, so we identify plant species and onset occupation and measuring the widths and lengths of the Telajakan, along with land use maps, demography, profile data, village profile data, and this research is done collaboratively with local researchers. So you can see here me being landscape ecology or ecological planning, landscape architecture, and I'm collaborating with urban sociologists, and we're also collaborating with local universities, with Udayana University and Valley School of Design for plant identification and traditional architecture. So this is the core of the research team. So this shows some results from Telajakan field survey. So we identify each species and what kind of function it has. And here we make it to a graph showing that, for example, 100%, meaning that 100% of the planted species have a particular function such as aesthetics or economic purposes. And this year we are also accounting for the number of individual species, so that this would be a closer representation of what you actually see there as a function, as a functional space. And again, aesthetics and economic purposes are two most common purposes of plant species planted there. The results and discussion. So first, the functions of the plantings. When we compare more traditional and more modern Telajakan, traditional based on expert opinions. So modern Telajakan has less species diversity as you would expect, and with fewer number of species basically. And we see more plants for aesthetics and income purposes. And continuing, the traditional Telajakan has more plants for rituals. This is in tune with the literature review, and but also has some weeds, and it gives some messy appearance. But when you think about local biodiversity, even weeds could, be part of biodiversity there. Whereas modern Telajakan, is catering more for public hygiene and aesthetics. So the grounds are well swept and maintained. And you can see owners planting these cash plants. So this is local species Puda, and it's used for aesthetic purposes. So when it grows to a certain size, the owner could harvest it and sell it to hotels and villas to get some income. extra income. And also, plants are chosen to cater to the government-led public hygiene and mosquito eradication campaign. So the local governments run this village-wide competition to select, best Telajakan or the best street. And some of the qualifications has criteria for Telajakan's cleanness or the beauty of the Telajakan. So maybe that nowadays owners are planting species that are catering to the goal of this campaign, and which also including the importance of aesthetics. And sometimes, as you can see in this picture, owner nicely copies the branches and trees to have this bonsai kind of looking plants, even planted to show off the owner's sort of economic and financial status, and show off how beautiful their garden is. And owners also trying to maintain clean and neat appearance of the Telajakan to contribute to this government campaign, and also just to show off to their neighbors. So this is just to say that we are in the process of collecting more samples to have a more generalized conclusion. And next, the results, the changes of the space itself. So we're seeing area is being reduced and also paved in this picture. So which leads to the loss of the semi-public nature of the space we used to provide. And the primary reason for the area reduction could be due to the construction of water drainage. So along the roadside, water drainage was created, so that may have ate up the traditional Telajakan space. But also area reduction could be just attributable to owner wanting to have more in private space, so they are pushing the wall back and closer to the road. So that could be another reason. And when owner operates a shop, it's often that they pay the Telajakan, so that has a parking space for the customers to come in. But even providing the paved Telajakan, for the customers, social interaction used to happen in the past, not happening, because people now, they just come in by bikes and cars, and they just buy what they need, and they just leave in a hurry. So area reduction in general is leading to the reduced socializing among neighbors and between households and passers-by. So overall, at the village scale, the reduction and disappearance of Telajakan could mean a regime shift to another state. It's I think it's up for an argument, but I think still we have a chance to meet the local people's need with the plants with various functions rather than just a single function like the one for the cash plant or one only for the aesthetics. And we could transform the whole state to more harmonious coexistence between the private use and the public use, also the plants with various functions. So, in conclusion, first, the Telajakan space is reduced and paved, and plant biodiversity is reduced. We are collecting more samples to say more concretely. These characteristics are in line with literature review. And again, the selection of plants may be due to the city-led public hygiene campaign and mosquito habit eradication. So the owners are more selective about planting species that are more likely to win this competition. The changes in plantings, one is to increase income and aesthetic purpose plants. And we're showing the effect of market economy and the leaves and flowers used to offer, or the owner would used to collect the leaves and flowers from the theological to make an offering. This is a daily activity. But now they can buy an offering set from a shop. So it's sort of this tradition of collecting leaves and flowers off from the garden is also being lost and sort of being integrated into the market economy. And owners also trying to maintain a clean look and appearance and to just show off their economic status. So changes are happening in the world with the process of privatization of one's semi-public space and also integration into the market economy. Theologican's growth and its changing functions are feared to lead to the loss of traditional Southern Balinese cultural tradition. However, not all changes are negative. For example, local governments' theological competition gives new meaning to theologican to showcase owners' financial status and neighborhood pride through aesthetically pleasing, neat and clean streets, which also reduce mosquito habitats and reducing the spread of dengue fever and increasing public hygiene. So promoting theologican through this kind of competition may hint a new way of theological competition, conservation in the modern context. So therefore, when we think about how to conserve theologican, we need to sort of think balancing the needs of the current people's, the residents' need, and also how we can conserve the local tradition and culture. And I will end with thanking our collaborators. The research is funded by the Housing Research Foundation, which is okay. Thank you very much.
Thanks for my presentation, Dr. Kato. It is a really interesting topic regarding the green space reduction and their ecological implications. I think you can have a little time for the questions from the floor.
Thank you so much for such an interesting presentation. My name is Jong Kim. I'm currently majoring in urban regeneration at Korea University. A lot of people who have gardens actually make use of like pesticides or these kind of chemical substances to, in order to keep their gardens clean and eradicate mosquitoes. But these kind of problems also lead to a lot of like negative consequences, like reduction in the local biodiversity or like intoxication or pollution of the local water source. So is there also these kind of restrictions for these kind of chemical substances usage or like the pesticides? Thank you.
The short answer is we are not yet familiar with the current regulation as for the pesticides. But it seems like so far they're just doing manual labor to just sweep the leaves and clean up the ground. They do this almost every day. It's like a neighborhood cleanup group is formed and they take care of their own theological also, but the neighbors' theological. But yeah, the pesticide regulation is something that we'll look into it in the future.
Thank you very much for an interesting, something different talk. I really enjoyed it. I come from India originally. I live in Australia, and we have a similar culture. I'm a Hindu, so we kept similar space to manage daily cattle cows, the young baby cows. Most of the Hindus believe they are cows sacred. So in the first 1 or 2 months, they keep the cows close to the house. So they always tie outside so this is the space historically they use. So we have a grass patch, and they use the cows. it's a very sacred. But now things are changing because they think it's a hygiene, it's a baby issue done. My question is anybody keeping cows in this area, or there's no culture of having dairy cattle in Bali?
Bali, no. Although they're Hindu, Bali is Hindu, they don't have cows on the street. I never saw any cows. Yeah, but the use of the space seems to be very similar. I mean, it's a space. It's owned and managed by the owner, but since the location is between the private and the public, the roadside, so any neighbor can come and, of course, with permission of the owner, they can harvest, collect leaves and flowers to make an offering. So it seems like this sort of semi-communal use of the space maybe is something in common.
Did he answer your question? Did he answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I think there's no more questions, so I really appreciate your nice talk. Let's give him a big hand for his nice talk.